All right, I'm here in Piney Community, Oklahoma, and I'm talking here with a good brother in the Lord. And he's going to share about the Doublehead family here in this area. And also, I'll ask him about Piney Community here, how it got its name. But here he is, and I'll let him introduce himself, and he'll share with us what he knows about the Doublehead family.
Well, my name is Samson Wolf. They call me Bo. And I was born and raised in this area. I'm 56 years old. I'm a former pastor at Evansville Community Church in Evansville, Arkansas. Served as pastor there for 22 years. And during that time, I met a lot of people that I never, thought I would have the privilege of being involved with, but yet God had ways of making things and breaking down walls and stuff between people, but that's what he did in my life. So during that time, I've learned a lot of things about who I am and why I am. But in my life, I've grown up not in a predominantly Native American community. All my neighbors were whites and went to school with a lot of white kids. Grew up. I never learned to speak my language, but I understand a lot of it. I can speak a little bit, but just enough to get by with. But it was never really anything that my mother and father thought was probably really important at that time, but now I see that it should have been, I hear people talking the language, and I wish that I had paid more attention to it, but I am where I am today because of my mother and father, and they were good Christian people, especially my mother. She was a real backbone of our family, and my mother her maiden name was Mankiller. Her parents were Judge and Nanny Mankiller. She had several brothers, several sisters, and they're all passed away now. Yeah. At one time, the uncles, which were Red and Billy, had a gospel quartet that they called the Chieftains Quartet. They used to go all over the country and sing gospel music. And they were pretty well-known people, everywhere, especially around the eastern area, around North Carolina and Tennessee, in that area. They would go and do little concerts here and there. But it's been my privilege to meet a lot of people in this area. Like I said, I've lived here all of my life. I went to school at a little school up here called Piney. It was just a 2-room schoolhouse. I went there till I was in the 5th grade, and they closed that school down and sent us to one just on a little west of here called Peavine. I went to school at Peavine for 2 years, then from Peavine to Stillwell. From Stillwell, I went to an Indian training school called Sequoia in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. So I got the privilege to meet a lot of different people from different tribes there. Saw the uniqueness of their culture and things like that. But here in this area here, we have a culture. And the things that we still hold on to and that are, important to us are just family. Learning to take that family bond and to grow from it and be nurtured by it. And so we talked a little bit about my in-laws, which were the Doubleheads. They were a family from south of town. the elders of the family was Sam, and I think her name was Adeline Doublehead, and they had I think uh, 3 girls and 4 boys, I think. One of the boys, his name was Heiner Doublehead, and he's married to my oldest sister, Josephine, and they were um, involved with the Cherokee Nation for quite some time, especially Heiner. Heiner was his name, and he was one of the ones that, kind of got things going in the nation about, certain things like housing, health care, things like that. Kind of got the ball rolling. But he worked there for years and years, he was an advocate for the people. So, and understanding how important that is, it's just like anything else. When God gives you an opportunity, you take that opportunity and you don't just keep it to yourself, apply it to yourself, but it's for others to benefit from, not just yourself. So that's what he did. That was his goal in life. So, and his family, his children are still are here in this area. They're pretty active in the community, and so I'm really proud of his children, which are my nieces and my nephews. And so, but other than that, I'm married to a wonderful woman. Her mother was a full-blood Cherokee, and her father was a white. So, we've been together for about 30-something years now, and it's been the best 30-something years of my life, I guess. God placed her in my life for a reason, and so I just appreciate everything that she's taught me about life, and about serving God and walking with God and understanding how important that is. To put that above all things, and that's been the first and foremost thing in our life, is just trusting in God and knowing that He's going to take us through this journey that we're on. And as long as I believe we understand that, then there's not much more a man could want in life. And I'm just thankful to be here today. And I'm just thankful that God has given me this opportunity to meet you and to just share just a little bit of things with you. I'm not too familiar with a lot of the history of how things are or were, but I do know that, in my life, I've learned a lot of people, not just a lot of things from just the Cherokee people, but from the whole community. And this is, like I said, where I grew up, and in this community, there was always a tight-knit kind of a family bond between everybody in this community. So, when your neighbor needed some help, and they were always there for you. So there's a lot of important aspects of life that I have seen, heard about, been beneficial to. So the most important thing I think is just this family that I have, So me and my sister are the last 2 remaining of our family, which were 11 of us children.
Wow.
And so we're the last 2. And my sister Nora is 71 years old. I'm 72 years old. And I'm 68 years old. So, like I said, God has been good to me. And I'm just thankful for that. But other than that, that's about all I have. And
Right.
I just wish that, I knew more to share with you. But,
Well, that's real good. And Bo, do you know how old Piney community is here in Oklahoma?
no, I don't. There's a cemetery up here. You go about 3 miles as the road winds around. There's an old, well, it used to be an old school building there, like I said, where we went to school. And just past that, there was a little branch there, a little spring there. There's a little cemetery there, and the people that lived there were the Adair.
Really?
Adair. Yeah,
Okay.
they lived in that community up there.
Okay.
And there's some headstones, some markers up there in the fenced off area. And if
Okay.
you go back up there, and before you get to that old school, there's a cemetery called Piney Cemetery. And there's a lot of old gravestones and markers in there. And so there's a lot of history in this area right here.
Wow.
I don't know how old it is, but
Right.
it's just been fascinating to live here. You know?
Yes.
So there's always been something to do, something to learn. You know.
Now, have you heard of any Bigfoot stories in this area?
It's been a long time. Just west of here. Years ago, it's probably been 30 years ago, I guess, when this Bigfoot thing started getting pretty, popular. There was some boys from this community decided to pull a prank, and they claimed that they had been attacked by a Bigfoot, and they searched and searched and searched. Come to find out it was just a hoax. It was a prank. So that was kind of funny, It kind of left a mark on the community.
Yeah.
Being
Wow.
known for something like that. So, but otherwise, no, I don't know. I don't know whether to believe in it or not because I've never seen one.
Right.
I'm one of those people that if I don't see it, it's not real. So.
Wow. Well, thank you, Bo, very much.
It's been a
Thank
pleasure
you.
meeting you.
Thank you very much.